Imagine, for just a moment, a world not so long ago. A world where you could actually walk from Africa to Asia, and along the way, meet different kinds of humans. Not just different races, but entirely different species. For most of our history, Earth was home to a diverse family of human beings. We shared the planet with Neanderthals in Europe, Denisovans in Asia, and some other mysterious relatives scattered across the globe. But today, there is only one. We, Homo Sapiens, are the last humans standing. This isn't really a normal state of affairs in the grand scheme of evolution. It's actually a recent and pretty shocking development. A mystery that scientists are still trying to unravel. Why us? If you were in a valley in Europe 100,000 years ago, you might run into Homo neanderthalensis or Neanderthals. They were shorter and stockier than us, a build perfect for conserving heat during the cold Ice Age climate. But they weren't the grunting cavemen of cartoons. They were sophisticated hunters, crafting elegant stone tools and working together to bring down woolly mammoths and rhinos. In the Altai Mountains of Siberia, you might find the Denisovans. Our knowledge of them is far more mysterious, pieced together from tiny fragments of bone, a finger bone, a few teeth, and a piece of skull. But from these small clues, geneticists have painted a remarkable picture. DNA analysis revealed they were a distinct species, a sister group to the Neanderthals. On the Indonesian island of Flores, a tiny species known as Homo floresiensis, nicknamed the Hobbit, lived until 50,000 years ago. Standing just over a meter tall, they hunted pygmy elephants and giant rats with stone tools. The key to our dominance wasn't in our muscles, but in our minds. Between 70,000 and 30,000 years ago, Homo sapiens went through what we might call a cognitive revolution. This wasn't about brain size. Neanderthals actually had slightly larger brains on average. Instead, it was about the internal structure, the way our neurons connected. This new wiring gave us a new way of thinking and, most importantly, a new way of communicating. It allowed for a language that wasn't just descriptive, but also creative and abstract. A Homo sapiens could say, "The spirit of the great lion who lives beyond the river is the guardian of our tribe." This sentence shares information about things that don't physically exist. These are fictions, imagined realities that exist only in our collective imagination. Our unique language was also the ultimate tool for social bonding. Scientists often call this the gossip theory of language. It suggests that our language evolved not just to talk about lions and bison, but to talk about each other. These shared myths let sapiens form larger and more stable groups. While a Neanderthal clan might have had just a few dozen individuals, sapiens could unite hundreds or even thousands of strangers around a common story. This advanced social networking also fueled innovation. Thanks to precise and detailed language, knowledge could be shared accurately across a community and passed down to the next generation. A band of 50 Neanderthals, no matter how strong or clever, stood little chance against 500 sapiens. The sapiens could coordinate their actions, plan complex strategies, and draw on the knowledge of a much larger community. The story of our survival is not one of simple replacement. It is also a story of mingling. As Homo sapiens spread across the globe, they met, and they interbred with their archaic cousins. If your ancestry is from outside of Africa, you likely carry between 1 and 4% Neanderthal DNA in your genome. Similarly, many people of Asian and Oceanian descent carry DNA from the mysterious Denisovans. We are not pure Homo sapiens. We are hybrids, a mosaic of ancient human lineages. The ghosts of the Neanderthals live on within us. Their legacy is a reminder that there were other ways of being human. For a time, the world was a much richer place, filled with different human minds looking out at the same stars. Their extinction marks a profound loss of diversity. Ultimately, the story of why we survived is a story of connection. We are who we are today because we were the most social of all the humans. Our greatest strength has always been our ability to cooperate and tell stories that unite us. As we look towards the future and the challenges we face as a global species, this lesson from our past is more relevant than ever. The question now is whether we can write a new story, one that ensures the long-term survival of the last human species left on Earth.